Start the morning right with a cup of Vinyl Tap. Nothing beats the refreshing taste of a hot, warm mug of Vinyl Tap. Enjoy your podcast in liquid form today. Vinyl Tap. Enjoy responsibly.
Welcome back to Vinyl Tap. I'm Jason.
It's Jason.
And that's Jason.
And we, as you all know, just listened to So Fresh, the hits of autumn 2003.
What a year.
Yeah, good year.
Good year.
I'm going to start this one off. I reckon, overall, this was my favourite So Fresh that we've listened to.
100%.
The first one was definitely the worst. I don't know, I'd have to think about the second one a bit more. But yeah, it was solid.
We'll get into it,
It was a lot more bearable,
in the next episode. This one starts off with Big Brovaz, and I'm very interested to hear Habibi.
That's an interesting lead-in. I actually quite liked it. Well, I liked the beat.
I also liked the beat, yeah. The chorus kind of sucked. I liked the guy's verse. There's some good flow there.
Which one?
The first one. I don't remember what happened. The chorus bored me out of listening to the... I'm sorry.
I have more nostalgia factor with this one. I definitely listened to it when I was younger.
Is that because it was in the film Scooby-Doo 2?
Maybe. Don't know. It was definitely more repetitive than I remember, but I'm like kind of with you guys. There were elements I liked and things I didn't like.
I sort of like how each member of the crew gets a verse. That's cute.
You get to pass it around like a football.
Yeah.
Your turn. All right. Someone who never passes the football is Eminem. What a segue though. Cleaning out my closet, man. Through this So Fresh sesh, I've been coming to realize how much I actually do like rap. Like, I always thought that rap just wasn't for me. No, that's not it. I do like rap. Eminem is making me like rap, and I've realized that I just don't like gloating, and he doesn't gloat in his rap. He, like, raps about how shit things are, and I like it.
There are definitely times where Eminem raps about
how
good he is.
But the songs
like
are
Rap God.
Yes. His most famous thing ever. Oh no, Lose Yourselves probably. Anyway, I like Cleaning Out the Closet.
Something I noticed that I hadn't before, because normally I just, try and sing along to it very poorly. I really liked how the guitar line kind of comes in for the chorus and then it drops back to like single piano with the bass for the verses. I'd never really thought about it before.
Yeah, textural variation in your rap songs. Who knew?
Beebs, comments, thoughts?
Not really. I don't really like the hook or the beat of this song, but his lyrics are cool.
Yeah.
I like Eminem,
cool
but
dude.
Yeah, this particular song was just a bit like good song, terrible beat.
Fair enough.
I found the lyrics a bit on the nose, like when he references Haley specifically a couple of times, and it's just like kind of, you could, like, there are better ways to put it, I think, more poetic ways to reference her, but I do get that it's kind of his style to just be, like, really down to earth and just say people's names in his songs.
He's very blunt about things.
Yeah.
Christina Aguilera.
Beautiful is... If you put this in a playlist with the I Want songs of Disney Renaissance princesses, it would be indistinguishable. You could not tell the difference. It's exactly what you would find in a 1991 to 1999 Disney Disney movie. That's my take, and you can talk now.
I want to start off by saying she has a really pretty voice. Like, wonderful voice. I kind of like this song.
I don't not like it. Yeah, it's
just
good.
Yeah.
There's a reason it's as huge as it is. And it's because she's hot. I'm kidding, it's a good song.
I'm a fan of the hook. I'm a fan of the vocal harmonies in it. It's the kind of song that before we put it on, I could still remember the hook and could have like sung it for you.
Oh yeah, it's a classic in some sense.
I definitely felt more beautiful after listening to it. But
It's alright, you deserve to.
You probably look more beautiful after listening to it too.
honestly, yeah.
Yeah, the song just makes you beautiful. As does Big Yellow Taxi.
Um,
Yeah, what a song
hated
that
it.
is.
Did you?
To be honest,
Is that because you prefer the original or you don't
You're
like the
Joni
song?
Mitchell stan, or
both. Yeah, country and R&B shouldn't be fused. That's not a fusion that should ever happen again.
Country and R&B. Sorry, what?
Yeah, that's 100% what this was.
Oh, you are so wrong.
No. Okay, so like they had a band, they had a country rock band, and then they
Counting Crows are
decided
not
on the
country
back
rock.
of that. Yeah, well, I don't know what it was. His vocal tone was grating and horrible. What? Did you like this song?
I
Yeah,
actually
man.
did like the cover. I do love the Joni Mitchell version, probably more, but I did enjoy this. And the one thing I didn't like was Vanessa Carlton's backing vocals. I just like that it didn't fit at all. I agree that R&B element, which is kind of what that is, it doesn't fly. Like they turned those just nice little triads into complicated kind of jazzy seventh chords, and it just muddies it. It's not worth it. Not good.
Yeah.
And I don't think her vocal tone suits what's going on.
I still just think that like underneath the main band, there's like I don't know, that's why I said R&B. There's like a beat running underneath that.
Trying to remember the original song. I don't think it has like a kit behind it, does it?
When you say the original song, do you mean
The Joni Mitchell version.
I've got no idea. But this whether it had a kit under it, but it also had that like classic R&B sort of like drum machine sound to it.
Yeah. I will also say, as much as I do like this song, I don't think, from memory, the Joni Mitchell song has a really nice guitar solo in it. Like, very short, but like nice. And I don't think that this does it very well.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Delta Goodrem. Beebs, we're starting at you.
Are we?
Yeah.
I actually had nothing to say.
Fair enough.
So there's been the Delta song on every single one of these albums, hasn't there?
I think it was peak of her career. Like,
Yeah.
Born to Try is her biggest song, in my opinion. And, like, this is very classic her. You know, it's got a build across the song. And that last chorus is huge compared to everything else. You know, she's, like, wailing in the last chorus compared to any other section. I don't know.
I don't really have much to say either. Like, it's cute. It's, it's fine. It doesn't really scratch my itch, but, I didn't expect her to. It's a Delta song. They're all pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's a fat claim, and someone's going to get annoyed by that, but true.
I await their comment. I'm pretty sure we'll all be in agreement on the next entry into So Fresh hits of autumn 2003. What can be done better than Avril Lavigne's Skater Boy?
Not a lot.
Okay, no, I seriously need to talk about the lyrics here.
Oh, we're getting into it.
No, okay. So when you actually listen to the lyrics, the story, and
It's
I'm
great.
just going to retell it as it happens in the song.
I can quote it for you if you want.
There's like, the storyteller is the current lover of the skater boy.
Yes.
And she's gloating.
Yes.
Basically, there's like a pretty ballerina, the skater boy. She's like, fuck you. 5 years later, she's now like pregnant and hating. No, she has a child and she hates her life and is like super fucking jealous of
the skater girl.
I don't know. Yeah, the skater girl,
being with
right?
The skater boy, who is now a rock
Also,
star.
like, it can be more obvious than fucking, what is it?
Being a boy and
He's
a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could make that more obvious, Avril. But she was asking the question. She wasn't, like, stating it. She's like, could I make this more obvious? And the answer is, yes, you can. So it's a good thing we cleared that up.
Okay.
So the song's a banger.
That is not where I expected this conversation on this song to go. A couple of things I want to say. Avril was apparently unsure whether or not people would understand the whole use of the 8 in the title.
Really?
Yeah, which is amazing. This is also one of those songs that has like kind of stood the test of time. Like if you put it on now, I think most people would know it, sing along to it.
Yeah.
And also this is another one where I noticed something I haven't noticed before because I was listening instead of just singing along to the song. But in the last chorus, there's like, I don't know whether to call it a harmony or a counter melody, but there was like this yeah kind of thing going on.
Beat, yeah.
And I thought that was cool.
Oh, I expect that bit. I await that bit every time I listen to this song. I'm like, here come the fucking yeahs. And it just gets me because it's just like yelping like it's so good.
Tim, I think you should start us off for Puddle of Mud.
I forgot that this band was actually real. I thought that they were a fake band that someone invented, and I forgot that they were actually real and this song actually exists. Yeah, it's good. It's alright. It's pop punk 2003, pretty much. It's pretty standard across the board. There's the one chord progression forever, that's pop punk. And that's my take.
I just remember you having the reaction while we were listening.
Yeah, when this song came on, I did say, "Oh my god," because like I had the earth-shattering revelation that this actually happened, and it wasn't just something a sitcom invented for a reference. Puddle of Mud, she hates me. It's a real song.
What an endorsement. I just get massive like Offspring vibes when I listen to them. I enjoy it. I don't really have too much to say on it.
Is this considered pop punk?
I just called it that, didn't I? So I guess it has to be
alternative rock.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, you're asking me to remember 20 songs.
No, because 100%. It was just like a very, I guess, unremarkable song is how I put that. I mean, it goes in the category of so fresh songs that I listen to and then sort of forget what that song was about a minute after listening to it.
Yeah, if we're listening to 20 songs from different acts,
it's wildly varying genres.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's understandable.
Speaking of songs though that you don't forget, Jenny from the Block.
I forgot the bridge of this song existed. We got to it, I was like, is this still part of the song? I thought it was like a weird video clip thing.
But no,
it's part of the song.
Yeah.
Like the chorus and the verses, catchy as hell, I remember them, but that weird breakdown, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, it was kind of stilted and like, what's going on here? I'm like, sure, go for that kind of stuff. And if it's popular, that's great. I love weird stuff being popular. Good for her. Her videos are so tedious. Every single J-Lo video I've ever seen has been like, why are we just do the song, okay? I don't care about all this Ben Affleck bullshit.
Let's not go to the topic of Ben Affleck.
I like the song. The harmonies in the chorus are pretty gold. It's well done.
Also, the call and response between the flute and
that's sick.
J-Lo. Never realized like how much interplay there is between those lines, and I think that's kind of for me what makes the chorus really, really cool is that melodic sort of
interplay.
It's basically counterpoint. J-Lo is basically emulating Bach at this point.
It is said. Kelly Rowland stole.
I spent this whole song thinking about Ben Affleck, so yeah, I didn't have much.
I think it was a song about a pretty important topic, but it kind of undermined itself. So from what I could gather, it was about like domestic abuse, and then instead of having like a serious feel in the chorus, it kind of had this soaring feel from the like counter melodies that came in. I think it would have served it if they stripped those back and it would have got the message across more, because it just had this weird tonal shift in the chorus.
Right, so the lyrical content and the musical like production were at odds with each other.
That's how I felt about it.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, well done. Gold star.
Yeah, now that summarizes it really well.
Holly Valance? Naughty Girl?
The song's Naughty Girl, and I wrote nothing. I it was really a nothing song for me. I was just listening.
It
didn't offend me.
It didn't offend me. I don't have much musical content. It's more, it kind of gave me a mad Delta Goodrem vibe, but I think that this is more produced. And what I mean by that is Delta uses more real instruments, whereas this was more like virtual stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's what it was, but I think that was probably what the sonic difference was. Yeah. And then the like one musical thing I have to say is that it's got a really kind of like nice beat that keeps the momentum going. And then they used the tacit really well at the end of the bridge before the final chorus, just to make it feel huge.
I'd agree with that. Unfortunately, I was so unmoved by it. I just kind of tuned out.
Yeah, it wasn't terribly engaging.
Oh well, let's move on.
You know what was super engaging?
Fire Festival.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I've got a note here. I just want to say that I can see why Fire Festival failed based on this song.
Yeah.
Thug Lovin'. It goes on.
I think I don't particularly miss that era of rap where they sort of, I don't know, gloat and talk about how good they are at boning.
Yep.
Like Snoop Doggy Dogg, he did it pretty well. And I think that sort of, it got taken to where it could be taken to. And early 2000s should not have continued that.
Yeah.
There's a reason that Kanye did so well in that period.
Which is?
Which is that he wasn't doing that so much. They had this weird thing where they kept having like little tacits, but they seemed really sporadic, and it seemed like they were being used to emphasize vocal lines, but the vocal lines weren't that important. That just didn't make sense to me. And then it just seemed like it was arbitrary. Also, there was like no difference, minimal difference between the verse and the chorus besides the change of vocalists. And that was it.
And it went for 5 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, but to be honest, I needed to be constantly reminded that they were just the best people in the world and that everyone wanted to sleep with them. So, you know, the 5 minute length actually really helped me sort of remember.
Thug Lovin'. Ingrid, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. You promised me, and then the translation of this French is "you're fucked up."
Every So Fresh album has seemed to have a single like hidden gem hiding in the rough, and this is it.
Yep.
This was a fucking jam. I've never heard it before, and I'm gonna hear it a bunch after this. Oh my god, I loved it. So good.
You're a fan of the disco accordion?
Yes.
It was amazing.
Oh my god. If there was just hook it to my veins, disco accordion. My god. Can't get enough. I love the sound.
Yeah, it was very fun. The choice of sounds and instruments were very fun. It's just bouncy in French. I don't have any complaints about it.
I'm glad. Pink's next, isn't she?
I think this is one of her more underrated songs, in my opinion. When I heard this when I was younger, it kind of made me realize that she could do whatever she wants and it's going to be good or like pretty decent.
Yeah, she'd hit a point in her career where she could just do what she wanted. And that's worked out well for everyone because what she wanted to do was pretty good.
Also in this song, like, man, can she really sing? I think this is kind of the point where that became obvious as well.
And I don't know how much attention you were paying to the video, but that little girl can act. My goodness, how'd they find her? Well done. Oh.
Or maybe that little girl just has a seriously fucked up childhood.
Yeah, maybe.
And was just,
maybe
like,
they were just filming
real.
it. Yeah, she wasn't an actor. They were just putting a camera on her.
Jeez.
Real life is that well lit, as you can see by this episode.
I really loved the chorus of kid voices
Feels.
in the outro.
Feels.
And also having like all the layered vocals there as well. It's really nice.
Opinion here. To write a good song, you need to have had a fucked childhood proven by Pink and Eminem.
And secured by... I mean, I don't know what Ja Rule's life was like, but I'm assuming it was pretty good, judging by the caliber of songs he writes.
If there's a lesson that 2003 So Fresh has taught me, it's that you need to have a really fucked childhood and then you have great hit singles.
If
Or,
you
in
want
fact,
your
just great
children to be
songs.
successful, be shit to them.
LeAnn rhymes. Life goes on.
This is a song where she says nah 5 times in a row, and I was like, oh, so that cancels out, because we've got 5 nahs, 2 of them cancel out, another 2 cancel out, we're left with 1, so it's a single negative, so no, life doesn't go on. Is that what she's saying?
I don't know. There was a transition from a chorus to a verse where they used a low pass filter, and it was cool.
That's pretty 2000s-y, isn't it? Doing something like that.
I think so. Like,
Yeah.
I remember the Madonna song
Kind of like swishing
where
over
samples
you.
ABBA hung up.
Low pass
That's
and
cool.
high pass filters are really popular in the
Yeah.
early 2000s.
Yeah. Well, then it would go to DJ Sammy, Boys of Summer.
Sampling good old Don Henley when the Eagles were split up, doing their solo things. It was weird for me to hear this song like this. Sounded like a fun club song. Lots of that, like, heavy on-beat bass.
Yeah, it was a fun little bop.
Yeah.
No real complaints. No real... I'm not going to shout its triumphs from the rooftops, but it was... I'm fine that I'm listening to it. My life is not worse off.
The Androids do it with Madonna.
Yes, super sassy.
I thought this was a fake song. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's right. This exists.
That's how I felt about Puddle of Mud.
My first note when it started, before the lyrics even started, was this is 100% the sort of song that should be in an American Pie film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sonically, and then lyric content, it just makes sense.
It is so dated.
Mhm.
Like, lyrically. Like, Madonna's still as fuckable as she was 17 years ago. But, like, the pop stars they bring up, who is it? Like, Christina, Pink, Britney, and Kylie, right?
I think so.
Right, that just instantly dates it, and that's fun. It's like kind of chronicling. It's like etched in stone. I'd rather do it with Madonna.
Also, the bridge that's just all vocals a cappella. What
that's
an
great.
amazing juxtaposition.
For a meme song.
Yeah, right? Gorgeous.
I also like that they're not necessarily like offensive with any of their lyrics. Like the content of the actual song itself is, you know, offensive
Playful.
to your culture as a human being. But they're not rude or mean to anybody that, like, you know, they're not like mean to Pink or rude. They're just like, you know what, I'd rather do it with Madonna. Just like, fair enough.
They're pretty rude to Madonna.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Like, if I'm Madonna, I don't enjoy that song.
I wonder if Madonna does enjoy that song.
We
I
should
don't know if
tweet
she's
at her.
aware of it. Yeah, let's tweet at her right now.
We get to what I think is the low point of the album. I don't know. The end part was probably my least favorite of the album. Ronan, Keating, and Lulu, we've got Tonight.
The obligatory ballad.
Yeah, it's a very Disney duet.
Again, with the power ballads in the early 2000s, please stop.
They're not good.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
didn't
They're
enjoy
not
this.
good.
And
I
Beats
think
like
white
zero.
people need to stop being introspective.
We need to stop being shallow.
Kylie Minogue, Come Into My World.
Kylie Minogue's entry into the techno club scene on this So Fresh album was an interesting experience.
Had you heard this song before?
No.
See, I knew the song because of the film clip.
Yep.
And it's a phenomenal film clip. It's the one that most people would know, where she cycles around and everything kind of doubles each lap.
So you have everyone's fantasy of 4 Kylie Minogues walking through 4 ladders, and there's cars, and it's such an elaborate, like, impractical film clip, and it's amazing that they did it. And there's also a song.
Yeah,
I heard.
Musically, there's a catchy, like, the na 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 bit, and other than that, I was very distracted by the film clip.
It's very captivating. I couldn't really listen to the song. It was there, and I wasn't offended by the song happening, so it must have been all right.
See, yeah, this is kind of my experience. Like, I distinctly looked away from the video clip and tried to just listen to it, and I was like, this is, like, what am I listening to? It's this kind of unenthused techno song? I don't know, but not really. It was being a bit harsh on you, Kylie. It's a cool video clip, I'll give you that.
I don't know. Anyone else have any musical things about it?
I couldn't tell you anything about the song.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly what she was wearing 4 times in a row.
Nikki Webster, 24/7 crazy about your smile.
The cute
Australia's
song.
favorite icon.
It blows my mind that she was 15 when this was recorded. Like, what the hell, man?
But I mean, she hit stardom at
Like
13.
Yeah.
Look, it's no Strawberry Kisses.
No.
It's not catchy. Again,
wonder
I wasn't offended by it.
Did she write Strawberry Kisses? Because she definitely didn't write this.
I have no clue.
Again, probably not.
I mean, someone that age, record deal, you're assuming that
Swedish producers.
she's being, picked up because they can market her and not because she's
And they were right.
songwriting skills.
Yeah, it's a cute song, but it's sort of, I don't know, it's catchy enough that some people would be like, oh, I love that song when I was, 15, 16.
Yeah, I remember from the 2000 Olympics, I was like, that's so cool. Flying across the thing, singing. And then, like, I definitely had her album when it came out.
Icon.
Oh, you're a bit of a Webster fan, hey?
He's got posters up in his room.
Bon Jovi, Misunderstood.
Have a Nice Day, It's My Life. It's good. Those are good songs. But should Bon Jovi have ended in the 90s?
My opinion is yes. I don't think those songs are worth however many years it was of output of no-name songs that no one really remembers.
That's the thing, like, I picture Slippery When Wet, New Jersey, that kind of late 80s stuff, and then Have a Nice Day, like, 15 years later. I forgot that there's this entire middle section where they just put out shit.
And that, like, is relevant to something like Led Zeppelin, where they had an unfortunate end, but they never got to a point where they put out anything where people were like, maybe not.
Right, so what you're saying is that Bon Jovi should have been...
Not necessarily, but it's the same as how no one talks about Paul McCartney's new music. You know, the Beatles stopped when they stopped, and the Beatles are amazing, and they're allowed to, nothing can come and tarnish that. But, Paul McCartney, he's still a great songwriter, but hasn't written anything as huge or iconic as the things he wrote when he was part of the Beatles.
I don't know, man. Wings had some pretty big songs.
They're not on the same level as the Beatles, though.
But no one is. Like, no. Okay.
But, like, it's the same thing then with, like, Hendrix, Nirvana, Amy Winehouse.
We never got to see them become less than what their peak was.
Yes, that's the point I'm getting at.
Right, so Bon Jovi's Misunderstood is, it's pretty generic.
No comments. I got through.
Yeah, it's. I don't think it's a fine moment in his career.
I guess on one point, okay, I will make one point about Bon Jovi, and it's to do with the video clip and how the video clip can really detract from the song, because, like, the lyrical content is more or less, I was misunderstood because, this isn't, I don't know, or whatever. I need to explain myself, and now I'm in this shitty situation because I was misunderstood. And the video clip is about a dude who's cheated on his girlfriend and then comes up with this elaborate bullshit lie and was misunderstood. I mean, what?
So I love the film clip, but you're completely right that it makes no sense when paired with the song.
Yeah, like, the film clip is fun and quite entertaining.
Yeah.
But those two things, like, it was sort of similar to
pick one.
Yeah, pick